Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the YouTube channel. I'm Kaseem, and in today's video we have so much to go over. Well, without any delays, let's get right into it. Tesla is finally entering the big boys club. Here's a list. If you go to M1 right here and you go to research and you click on stocks right here, here are the list of all the big boys in the US stock market. Here's a list of all the big boys in the US stock market, and as you can see, Apple sits right there at $2.1 trillion. Apple sits right on top right there at $2.1 trillion. The next company is Amazon, comfortably at 1.6 trillion. And you see it goes down from there. We have Google at 1.1 trillion. We have Facebook at almost 1 trillion at 760 billion. We have Alibaba. We have Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. We have Tencent. Not Tencent. I'm sorry. We have Taiwan Semiconductor here, sitting comfortably at $406 billion. And then there we go. We have one of my biggest conviction right here, which is Tesla, that sitting comfortably at $382 billion, higher than Walmart. Tesla is now worth more than Walmart. Let that just take a minute to sink in. Tesla is now worth a little bit more than Walmart. I decided to point this out because here are a list of companies that they're absolutely dominating in their field. And here we have a small little car company that started less than 10 years ago, dominating over Walmart when it comes to market capitalization, dominating over Procter & Gamble, dominating over MasterCard, Nvidia, Home Depot, and the list goes on. I just thought let me take some time to highlight the monumental achievement that Tesla has been able to accomplish, being a very, very small company, and them being a part of this big boy club right here. I just thought let me highlight that for you today. But in today's video, we are going to talk about a lot of things, so we're not going to take too long on this. I just thought let me highlight this right here. This is one of my biggest conviction. I think Tesla is still is still in the early stages. I think in the future I see Tesla being right up there, bigger than Alibaba, bigger than Facebook, maybe close to Google, Microsoft. This is truly where Tesla belongs, right up in this alley right here, and they're slowly inching up. As you can see, they are higher than Walmart when it comes to their market cap, and they're literally a car company. If you go to the next page here, if it will load really quickly, we go to the next page. We see the other companies. PayPal sitting at 230 billion. This company was started by Elon. Elon started this company, sitting right there at 230 billion. Tesla is higher than Disney, higher than Netflix, higher than Adobe, Bank of America when it comes to market capitalization. So I'm still very, 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 very convinced. My conviction level is still really high that Tesla as a company will move up over time. I'm sitting right at the top 5, right at the top 7 companies in the United States. I just thought let me point that out really quickly for you guys. This is what I do with my Tesla, right? I slowly go in every single day. Whatever extra cash I have in here, I go in and I buy a little bit. I buy $36 every single day, Monday to Friday. I go in and buy a little bit of Tesla, and this has been my results. Almost 200% gain on my investment, my cash investment. Okay, of 1,300 that I put in, right? Almost 200% gain. And as you can see, I started buying at $300. And slowly but surely is going up. As you can see, Tesla market cap right here, Tesla stock price right here is almost at $200, and we also have the stock split coming up at the end of the month. So So Tesla as a company will make a lot of people very wealthy in the future. So if you're watching this video, please do not be one of those people that will be pessimistic. Look into Tesla, research, do some deep digging into what Tesla is as a company. No analyst on this planet, apart from Cat Wood and a few people, but analysts on Wall Street are not really good at evaluating Tesla. People on Main Street, people like you and I, probably have a better idea of what Tesla's future potential is than the people on Wall Street. So please look into Tesla. That's pretty much all I'm going to say on that for this situation. So on the other news, on Friday, Tesla jumped up 5%. It went up by almost $20 on Friday's trading day, which made the company turn the first company in the US to reach a $2 trillion market cap. $2 trillion market cap, right? So Tesla, Apple is a big company. Of course, I have holdings in Apple in multiple part of my portfolio, but I just thought let me highlight this big news that we just reached on Apple, and it's really big, and we also looking at a 4-to-1 stock split coming up at the end of the month, which will make the stock cheaper for everybody. I will be buying Tesla. I said Tesla. I'm so sorry. I love Tesla so much, that's why I keep mentioning Tesla. But Apple, I will be buying some more Apple stocks in the future. I will be adding to my position. They pay a very stable dividend here, and I'm very happy. And I think Tim Cook has done a really good job, because if you go out in the streets, Apple is basically creating a market for themselves. People are saying their iPhone has plateaued. They're basically creating a market for themselves here. That's exactly what they're doing. They're creating a market for themselves. You cannot walk down the road and not see one person with an AirPods or iPhone or iWatch or whatever services that Apple is providing. So Apple is a really strong company. I'm really happy for the company and its shareholders like you and I. I'm really happy for everybody. Taiwan Semiconductor is one of the companies that I just recently added to my portfolio. And Taiwan Semiconductor, they make semiconductors. They make different chips that goes into phones, planes, cars, you name it. They make chips for it, and they are pretty much the world leader in chips. TSM, Nvidia, Intel, all those companies, they make really good chips. And as you can see here, their dividend has grown for the past 5 years by 32%, and I'm shocked that I didn't have this in my portfolio. As I was just looking at the list of all the top companies and I saw TSM, I'm like, whoa, I don't have it in my portfolio. So I was doing some more research on it. I thought let me highlight this for you so you can look into the company as well. They've grown the dividend. That means the money that they pay everybody, they've grown it at a rate of 32% for the past 5 years. Dividend growth has been stable and steady for the past year. So during this time, maybe they've increased it, they've decreased it, but it's been stable and steady for the past year. The payout ratio, that means out of their profit, the amount of money that they pay to investors like you and I, is about 54% of their profit for every single share that you own. So if you own one share, which will cost you $78, if you own one share every single year, you're gonna get paid $1.68, and the percentage of this when it comes to compared to the stock price is 2.2%, which is really great. They pay quarterly, and these are the dates that these dates are just important for dividend payment, right? So, but the most important number is this: they pay an average of 42 cents. So if you own one share for this quarter, you're gonna get 42 cents. So I've decided to add Semiconductor to my portfolio here, and gradually build up a position with this company. Under the tech sector, if you go to the link in the description, I have a link to all this in the description. You can go check it out. I added it under the tech sector, and I made it 12% of this portfolio, this side of the portfolio. So in the next week or two, M1, the system that I'm using, the broker that I'm using, they're gonna be buying a lot of these companies, and I'm looking forward to just collecting the dividend in the future. The case that I wanted to highlight as well is also Apple here. I think one of the reasons why Apple has been able to accomplish the big milestone of getting to $1 trillion in $2 trillion in market cap is because of this coronavirus, right? People are working from home. People love to use their iPhones. People are gonna buy iMacs and all these things. I read an article that I'm gonna show you in a second that really point out my point here. Apple as a company has been a big winner in the coronavirus pandemic, and they pay very stable dividend. It's a very stable company. They are worth $2 trillion right now, so I guess people are comfortable putting money into Apple, knowing that the future returns on Apple is still going to be great no matter what. Here, CNBC also picked up this this point that Apple had a fantastic earnings report the last time that they reported earnings, and they reported a huge boost in iPad sales, which is expected because of the coronavirus, and also Mac sales. People need to work from home. People need to be a little bit more productive, so they invest a little money into buying the best product out there, which is an Apple iPad, and also iMacs, and so on and so forth. So Apple here is really creating a huge market, huge segment for themselves. Apple and Tesla are basically the same. They create their own market, right? And you want to invest in companies that don't follow the norm. They don't follow other people. They create their own thing. Same thing with this YouTube that I'm doing. I'm not doing what anybody else is doing. I'm creating my own content for people to see. I'm pointing out my investment. I'm pointing out my point of view, my thinking process when it comes to investing, right? I'm not just following anybody in terms of their investments and stuff like that. So really being, like, for example, a company like Apple that are creating their own markets, right, is a really good company to invest in. I just thought, let me highlight this for you so you can see. As you can see here, some of the key points that CNBC is pointing out. They reported really good earnings because of the coronavirus pandemic, which caused Morgan Stanley to raise their price target to about $430 right now, and it's probably gone up from there. It's gone up. Look, it's gone up from there, from this price target right now. So Apple is a pretty good company. It's a very stable company. No matter what, people are still going in and buying the products and using all the services that they have to provide. So I really love the fact that I'm an investor in Tesla, and I'm in Apple, and I can just, you know, ride the growth in the company at this point. The other article that I bumped into during the week was this one right here, that Warren Buffett is changing his mind on gold, and understandably so, because of what the government had to do in order for them to be able to you know, keep the economy afloat, so everything just don't go don't go crazy with the economy. So basically, I see Warren Buffett right here just edging his portfolio with a little bit of gold, right? Because gold has been around for a long time, although fundamentally gold don't really do much. Gold is just an asset that sits there, right? It don't produce anything. Gold, if you own gold itself, which I do own in my portfolio, gold itself don't produce anything. But the companies that mine for gold, right, that mine for gold and actually produce gold, like some of these companies right here, as you can see here, some of these companies, those might be good investments. And Warren Buffett, as you can see, this article is highlighting Warren Buffett here bought this one right here. It bought Barrick Gold right here. He bought Barrick Gold, and we're gonna look into that in a second. So looking at Barrick Gold, first for me, I always check this first, right? Because I don't want to put money into a company. I only want to. If I invest in companies that don't pay a dividend, the company has to be growing tremendously, like Tesla. Tesla don't pay any dividend, but is growing tremendously. But in this case of Barrick Gold, this is one of the companies that Warren Buffett just purchased, and as you can see, their numbers are not really that impressive. The dividend obviously haven't grown much. They've actually declined by 10% over time. They do pay a very tiny yield, basically 0.1%. Their payout ratio is 30%, and their dividend per quarter is not really high. But if we do look at the price here, if you take a look at the price of the all-time price on the company for a second, we can see, just give this thing 1 second to load up. So if you take a look at the price here, we can see the price as compared to, this is the max year, by the way, that we can go back and look, as compared to what it used to be back in 2010. It was a $55 stock at that time, and right now it's currently at $29. So this might be a nice value proposition. If it goes up back to where it used to be, I might end up just selling it at that point. But this might be a nice value proposition to just jump in at this point. And if it does go up to where it used to be back in 2010, 2011, we can get rid of it at that point and wait for it to pretty much come back down again. So as I'm looking into other gold mining companies, right? As I'm looking into other gold mining companies, I came across this company, WPM. They are a gold mining company. They go out and basically go scour the world and try to mine for gold, right? That's pretty much what they do, and this is their dividend numbers right here. They've grown it by about for a year now, consistently for a year, and it's grown for 5 years over time. Out of their total income, they pay out 37%. The annual payout per share is 40 cents, and the yield on that is 0.77. Every single quarter they pay out 10 cents per share. So that's the numbers. If we pop, we're gonna look at the summary in a second. Looking at the summary right here, and we go to year to date. As you can see, it's currently at the highest price. But right now I'm still comfortable in buying it because it does pay dividend, and if it goes down, I'll be buying it over time, and hopefully we can see another high of this point. You can see this year, at the beginning of the year, it really jumped. It was at $24 at the beginning of the year, so it jumped a lot during the coronavirus pandemic. If I go to year to date, here it has grown. It was at $24 before, and it has grown pretty significantly. So I'll keep an eye on this. I already added it to my portfolio. I'll keep an eye on this, and I'll just be buying it bit by bit, not too much, because it's already pretty much double in price. It pretty much doubled in price in 2020. So as you can see, it has gained 74% in 2020. So it's gone up a lot. So I'm not gonna dump a lot of money in it. I'm just gonna be buying it bit by bit. As you can see, I added it to the portfolio and I made it 2%. 2% of this section of the portfolio. The ETF is under the ETF section, and it's just going to be 2% of the incoming money that goes into the portfolio that will go in here. So that's me buying it bit by bit, just nibbling on it, just buying it bit by bit. And same thing with Barrick Gold here. This is one that Warren Buffett purchased. I made that also 2%. So it's just to, the reason why I'm doing this is just to edge against the dollar, basically, because gold is naturally an edge against the dollar. So that's why I'm basically purchasing some at this point, even though the price of the stock is pretty high right now. I will be just buying it bit by bit. As you can see, it's just only 2% that is allotted into that purchase. Take some time to just highlight the S&P 500 right here. This is the top 500 companies combined together, put into one company. This SPY. I just thought, let me highlight it right here. As you can see, since the inception of this particular fund, it started at $43, and you can see over time it has gone up over time. And this right here, this is exactly what I'm trying to do with my portfolio. No matter what happens, like as you can see right here, during the 2000s, right, it went down all the way to 2003 for 3 years. 3 years straight, the market went down by 43%. 43% straight in 3 years. Well, guess what? Overall, it's still going up. Same thing here. This was in 2007, 2008, 2007, 2009, 7 to 2009. The market also went down during the recession. We all know that recession. The market went down again by almost 50%. 50%, as you can see, the market went down. Went down by 50%. But over time, guess what? It's been going up, because America is a very innovative country. You have to bet on America no matter what. You have to bet on America. Same thing 2018, we saw a sharp decline here. That was a 10% decline. Same here in 2018, we saw another 10%. So here's a 17% decline here. And if you go year to date during the coronavirus pandemic, we can see here we saw a 33% decline. But guess what? If you had panic sell all your stock, if you're like, whoa, the market is going down, I'm gonna lose all my money, and I sell absolutely everything at this point, you would have missed out. You would have missed out on a whole lot of gains. From that low of the market up to now, the market has gone up 52%. Right here, times like this is where the money is made in the stock market. This is where you make money in the stock market. During the down times, it's hard to see your money go down 10, 20, 30%. But you have to stick with it and just buy dollar cost average into the market over time. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do right here. This company, as I highlighted, this particular one company is holding 500 different companies. 500 different companies combined into one, right? That's exactly what this company is, right? And it's the top 500 companies in the United States, right? They have different parameters, but different milestones that companies have to hit in order for them to be a part of the S&P 500. So a company cannot be a part of the S&P 500 until they hit that milestone. So I just thought, let me highlight this for you, because this is the exact same thing that I'm doing with my portfolio. See here, my target is to hold about roughly 260 companies in the portfolio, and just share with you guys over time what's going on with the portfolio, how much I'm making, what's going on. I will share during the good times, during the bad times. I will share everything with you guys. But as you can see, that's what I'm doing here. I have different companies here, different companies, total holding of 259, and my target is to stick with like roughly 260, so I cannot have more than 260 companies. That's my target for myself. And I just thought, let me highlight this for you. If you are interested in looking at the companies that are in the holdings, how many companies I have in here, the sectors, you can see all the breakdowns here. You can see all the breakdown. You can see the list of all the companies that I have, the ETF, the percentage that I have in there. You can go in there and just explore yourself. I also have a link in the description if you ever want to sign up for the broker. This broker is really good. I really recommend them. But yeah, I'm trying to do this is my own index. This is my own index fund, and it's called Dividend Investing. Okay, that's exactly what I'm doing with this portfolio. Just thought, let me highlight that to you. Okay, so getting back into the main portfolio here. I know this is what you guys are used to seeing. Sorry that the video has been so long. The goal in the video is just to highlight things that I find interesting. Things that I find interesting that I want to bring to your attention, because what I'm doing with this YouTube is I'm serving the general public. This is a public good. Not enough people know a lot about investing and investing for the long term, and I do have a little bit of knowledge I want to share with everybody, so that's why I do this. And as you can see, so far the portfolio I've generated here, the portfolio has generated about $90 so far, right? We've gotten paid about $90. Earned dividend here is about $90 so far yet today. As you can see, if you go to 1 day, this will be Friday, last week Friday, right? We've earned about 31 cents in the portfolio last week Friday. Here, if you go to 1 week, the portfolio have generated about $6. As you can see, this is a money making portfolio right here. I can imagine when I get to like 200, 300, $400,000 in this portfolio, this would be serious money. Instead of $6, it would be $60, right? On a weekly basis. So for 1 day, as you can see, we generated about 31 cents for 1 day. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. So for 1 day here, we generated about 31 cents. Right here, about a week here, we generated about $6.42. For the month, so far this month, we've generated $22. And in the past 90 days, the portfolio have generated about $89. So as you can see, the portfolio is doing exactly what I needed to do. All these companies that I invest in, all of them pay dividend. It's only a few, maybe roughly about 5% of the portfolio does not pay dividend, like Tesla. But companies that don't pay dividend, if they don't pay dividend, I only invest in them for the growth that they provide, right? Tesla, I think it's one of the biggest company that is going to grow my portfolio pretty significantly. As you can see, portfolio has grown by $1,000, right? Almost 200% at this point. So it's just nuts the way Tesla has been performing, and I love it. As you can see, the total that the portfolio have generated so far in total gains is about 2,300. On the 25,000 on 2020, my total that I put in is like 23,000, almost 25,000 or 24,000. So you can see portfolio has done really, really well. It's gone up by about 15%. And the average return in the stock market is between 6 to 8%. So far this year, the portfolio is doing really, really well. It's doing amazing, and I'm looking forward to sharing this with you on a regular basis every single week. Every single week, I'm looking forward to sharing the amount of gains that I'm making in the portfolio. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. Okay, so I think I will end it here. It's been about 30 minutes so far. I think I will end it here. Please like and subscribe. I have all the links that you're gonna need in the description if you ever wanna sign up for the portfolio, if you ever wanna do a little bit of research in terms of what I'm doing here. If you wanna look at all the links, they are in the description. If you wanna know a little bit more, If you go and just click on the description of this video that you see, that you're watching right now, this is the link that I'm talking about. If you want to join, this is the link. If you are interested in viewing my portfolio, seeing how the portfolio is performing, what's going on with the portfolio and everything, you are going to need this one right here, the second one. You're gonna need that one. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching the video. Have a great one, and I'll see you next week on next week video update. Thank you very much. Bye.